Blog Talk Radio.
Greetings and salutations. This is your HempAware host, Tyler Hemp, broadcasting with HempAware Radio from the gorgeous state of California. On this episode, I'm excited and honored to have an environmental enthusiast, an entrepreneur, and just an all-around great guy, Andrew Beckler with Grass Sticks, an awesome outdoors company out of Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And on this episode, we're going to be getting into the benefits of hemp as a webbing material. And not only has Andrew utilized two of the strongest and most renewable materials for his product that we're going to talk to you about today, but it's a product that reminds you of how important it is to get outside, appreciate nature, move your body. And so to get right into the meat of the show, it's an honor and a privilege. Welcome, Andrew. Thanks so much for being on today.
Thanks for having me, Tyler. Really appreciate it.
So let's talk a little bit about your background and about your company and products. Let us know a little bit about your story.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been a skier, most of my life, and went to school for physics, civil engineering. Done plenty of carpentry throughout my life as well. But decided to go the ski bum route for a little bit. After doing that for a couple of years, I realized that there was a void in the ski pole industry, and that there was just a general lack of enthusiasm for ski poles. Anyone can go out there and just, pick up a pair of poles, and you got it out of necessity, not because you thought the poles were cool or you really wanted that pair. And I kind of sought out to fill that void and change that a little bit and make a pair of poles that skiers can be really excited about. And not only that, but have them locally made, have them sustainable, have them really high performance, because right now the only options available are carbon fiber and aluminum poles. These are products and materials that are either mined from the earth or industrially manufactured, mass-produced in factories overseas and brought over here and sold. So I'm really just seeking to change all that.
Right on. So the two main materials that you're using in your ski poles, and by the way, our listeners, go check out grasssticks.com. And if you're a skier, if you're a hiker, share this with your friends. It's an awesome, renewable product, eco-friendly, earth-friendly product. And the two main materials that you're using are bamboo and hemp. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. The bamboo makes the shaft of the pole, and we've chosen the hemp webbing for the ski pole strap. On top of that, there are plastic components, which is just a great lightweight option for those small component pieces. But the majority of the product is made of that bamboo, and again the hemp webbing. Both these products both these materials are sustainable, which is great. Again, the alternatives there for the shaft are either carbon fiber or aluminum. And then the alternatives that you have for the straps for the webbing are usually petroleum-based plastic. Some of which are available recyclable, but just don't offer the great looks, aesthetic, and the durability and eco-friendliness that hemp does. So,
right on. So you guys actually get the raw materials shipped over to Steamboat, and each stick is hand sanded and finished with a marine grade coating, and then you guys just you have it available on your website. Is there any other physical locations that people can go check them out, or is it mainly the website?
Mainly the website. We are a new company, but it is correct. We're getting these materials shipped to us in Steamboat. Each pole is handmade by us right there in town, even to the extent that we are even, sewing the hemp straps right here in-house. We're not getting anything pre-made. So they're sewn, they're stitched here in-house. We stitch our own labels on, which are also made in the United States, all made right in Steamboat. We are a new company, so we don't have a lot of retailers carrying us yet, but there are 2 shops in Steamboat Springs that will be carrying us this winter. In the coming years, we certainly seek to add a lot more retail shops as well. So for now, the main outlet for people to take a look at these are the website. Again, that's grasssticks.com. You can go on there. You can customize all your color options, your basket sizes, and really have the opportunity to customize and build your own pole. So we're excited about that.
And you have a pro team of guys that are using your sticks, right?
We do, yeah. We are sponsoring. We've probably got about 10 different athletes on the team right now, and you'll see those updates to the website shortly. We have a couple athlete bios up there as well. But I myself am not I've been a professional skier in the skiing industry in the sense I've been a coach, I've been a ski instructor. But these guys on the team and girls on the team are pro skiers. They're sending themselves 30 feet off of cliffs. They're professional competitors. And they're really excited about these poles. They perform really well, and they're excited about the looks, the durability, and the eco-friendliness of them too.
Wow, that is awesome. So you've definitely done the testing, it sounds like, as far as considering other materials to use. What I'm curious, you've mentioned carbon fiber and aluminum, and then you mentioned as far as the straps, there's the nylon option or the synthetic material. Did you kind of, consider other materials before hemp and do some experimenting, or was hemp kind of like your first choice and your final choice after, doing the research?
We definitely did consider other options and actually used other options at first, especially during the testing phase of our poles. Like you said, we have done plenty of testing with them. The first year that we were semi in operation, which was mostly just testing and making changes to the product. We got poles out to the local community, which the majority of which are also professional skiers, instructors, coaches, etc. I myself have over 100 days on my pairs of poles, so we've done a lot of testing. But at first, we were using a polyester strap. While it was functional, we didn't like the looks of it, and we didn't like the fact that it was petroleum based. It had to be manufactured, and again, it was something that was being manufactured overseas, and we weren't too happy with it. After realizing that we didn't want to go with a non-renewable resource like that, we looked into other things like cotton fiber, bamboo fiber, actually, which obviously would go great with our bamboo poles. We looked at recycled polyester, so just some more options for more eco-friendly materials. But we ended up settling on hemp, and especially after talking with yourself, realized the benefits of it. Not only does it look great, have a natural feel, a natural look, but it's incredibly renewable. Hemp, grows at a fantastic rate, just as bamboo does. But the reason why we chose it over, I guess, the other natural products like the recycled or the bamboo fibers were just its natural durability and performance. It just outperformed everything else. Hemp, or the bamboo fibers tended to deteriorate a little quicker over time, as did the cotton, and the hemp's just going to hold up better than those webbings are. So we're really happy with it. You there, Tyler? Tyler, sounds like we might have broken up. Can you hear me?
Mr. Andrew, you still with me?
I am there.
Awesome. Well, we had a little hiccup, but we're back live. Sometimes we have those technical challenges, but it's all part of the show.
Absolutely.
So anyway, back to where we left off. I'm curious. The grass sticks is the amazing product, and it sounds like as far as the durability, the look, the feel, the strength is all meeting your expectations. Do you have plans to develop other products for grass sticks, with hemp or other renewable materials into the future?
We do, yeah. We're looking at some possible products to go into the future, mainly just the use of trekking poles as well as ski poles, where the main difference there is going to be the basket material and then also the tip. The ski poles have a sharp metal tip on them, whereas the trekking poles will have the option to add a rubber tip as well. And you'll see that showing up on the website probably within the next couple months. And again, utilizing that hemp strap, we don't see any other better product for that. So
awesome. So the basket, is that kind of a way for leverage, or how does the basket part of the pole work?
Yeah, so for skiing, the basket's really important because as you would press the pole into the snow, the basket is what's going to keep that pole afloat. Whereas if the basket wasn't there, you can imagine the pole is just going to sink down into that deep snow, which could be, 10 feet deep in some places, so you just lose your pole. So the basket is just a piece there that's going to allow that pole to sit on top of the snow and allow you to actually push off the snow and get some leverage there. Whereas for a trekking pole or a hiking pole, you don't need that large, thick basket. So you will have the option, and you currently do have the option, to either remove that basket altogether or replace it with a smaller size basket that would be a little more suitable to just, pressing through mud or something like that, where you don't need that large basket that you would need on snow. And our baskets are all interchangeable, so that gives you the option to take your ski poles, take the basket off, or add a smaller basket, and add that rubber tip on to convert to summer mode for hiking and trekking.
Right on. That's very cool. And I noticed a piece on your website, your guarantee. You guys actually offer an 18-month unlimited warranty. So, that's awesome for how much use this thing could get in 18 months to have confidence in the material. Obviously, you guys have done the research, and so that's a really great, feature or offer that you guys offer. So, one of the biggest things with bamboo is not everyone really knows about it. And we do know it, we do trust it, and we have tested it, and we do know it is going to hold up. So we just want to offer that warranty to give our customers the knowledge that they need to trust the product, because bamboo is going to hold up. It's a great alternative and a better alternative to what's out there right now. So we want everyone to be confident in the fact that it's going to last for years and years to come. So awesome, absolutely. Now, as HempAware of hemp, and obviously bamboo is a very abundant plant, and with that mindset of abundance, I consider myself a hemp-entrepreneur. You're obviously an entrepreneurial type, creating your own company and developing a product. What are some of the principles or some of the skill sets that you've had to develop as a business owner to bring a product to the market?
Absolutely. General business knowledge, I would say, is one of the key things that I've had to learn and will continue to learn. Like I said, I've been a skier my whole life. I've got a background in physics and engineering and carpentry, so I'm comfortable creating a solid, structurally sound product. But bringing it to market, getting it out to people, and generally running a business is something that I'm continually learning and will continue to learn. And it's been a great experience. As far as other values and stuff, I really wanted to go into this company having a local product, having something handmade, handcrafted, something that I'm not getting made overseas, and then just simply selling here in the United States. So the importance of keeping it local, made in Colorado as much as possible has been on the top priority. But the skill set of just having a business and executing that the right way has been really important. And then using my backgrounds in physics, engineering, carpentry to create a structurally sound product has been really important and useful along the way.
Right on. So you're really, in order to run a business, it's not just about knowing accounting, or it's not just about knowing how to do, carpentry. You really have to have multiple skills and understand a wider picture of how to operate a business and bring a product to the market. What are some of the ways that you guys, communicate the message to your community? Do you guys use social media? Are you, doing printing ads, or what are some of the things that you do to get your message out to the people and educate them about your product?
Yeah, so marketing is definitely one of the biggest aspects of, especially of starting out a company. People need to know about it. And in skiing and in the ski industry and for ski gear, simple advertising isn't really enough. People aren't going to trust a product. People aren't going to buy a product unless they see it in other people's hands, unless they see their ski instructors using it, unless they see professional athletes using it, unless they see their friends and fellow skiers using the product and trusting it already. That's the best type of marketing. So we've got various outlets that we're going to be kind of pursuing rather aggressively this year. We'll be at some trade shows. We're going to be at the Denver Ski and Snowboard Expo. We'll be at the Boston Ski and Snowboard Expo. Those are both in the beginning of November. We'll be at Snow Sports Industries of America, which is a buyer-facing trade show, also in Denver. In addition to those trade shows, we're going to be at an event most weekends throughout the winter, whether it's a race event, a competition event, or simply just setting up a demo tent at various ski resorts throughout the country. We'll be somewhere every weekend, and you'll see a schedule show up on our website here in the next probably month as we finalize our traveling schedule and our demo tent schedule. So, the key thing there is that we can actually get the poles out there and allow skiers to use them, allow them to take a couple runs with them out in the hill and experience the performance and the durability of our product. So that's the biggest part, is just getting it out there in people's hands. In addition to that, we do have sponsored athletes that allows, any skier to see that you can use this pole. It's a high-performance quality product that professional athletes even are using. We also have a network of product representatives, mostly located in different ski towns throughout the United States, which again will allow customers to talk to this rep who's going to be knowledgeable about the product. They can learn about it, they can try it out, and then they can place an order through them as well. So.
Right on. Well, those are really great insights. No matter what industry you're in, doing some of the things that Andrew mentioned is a great way of marketing your product. And it's about the education, and it's about the experience of the product that really, I think, people get sold on. Let the product sell itself, especially quality products like these grass sticks. When you put it in someone's hand, they can feel it, they can test it out for themselves. That's, pretty much all you need to do. The product's going to sell itself. If they see the value and the benefit, they're going to jump on board. And like you said, having those people representing the product, famous people or professionals, people that have trust and they know and they like these people and they see them using it. Those are great insights. I appreciate that. So, I'm curious, as far as your hemp passion or I realize you got into hemp because you saw the durability, because you saw the strength, because you saw the quality of the texture and what it's able to do for your grass sticks. Do you have a desire to educate and bring the message of what hemp is and what it can be to your customers? Do you see the value in educating them about hemp in general, as a plant? Is that something that you guys are into?
Yeah, absolutely. It's become, and it's been a kind of a recent thing that I've learned about as well. I wasn't as knowledgeable about it until I spoke with you and looked into it a little more, into the benefits of using it and how much better it can be than a plastic webbing. So it is something we promote, and it is something we try to educate our customers on. One of the big parts about grass sticks and our company in general, not just our ski poles, but any products we plan to come out with in the future, is that they're eco-friendly and that they're using sustainable materials. So educating them on the different components of our poles and our products, part of which are those hemp straps, that webbing, is going to be a huge part of it. So not only are we, trying to gain trust and educate people about the uses of bamboo, not just in ski poles, but in other ways as well, but hemp's certainly a part of that. It's an incredibly renewable resource. It grows really rapidly, just very similar to bamboo, and they kind of go hand in hand. So we are certainly trying to educate our customers about the great uses of that, and hopefully they can see the uses of it in other aspects as well. Not just our hemp webbing and our straps. You can use it for clothing and other textiles. So it is certainly something we're trying to push and educate about. Yeah,
most certainly. Some hemp tees or something for grass sticks and for all the riders to, have the grass sticks logo on the front or the back of the tees too, to kind of segue into the poles. One of the other things I thought about as far as the grass sticks, and obviously bamboo is a fabulous product. I love bamboo in general, for building and for textile applications. But the fact that you're just using the raw bamboo material, you're not really doing any type of processing to it other than a little bit of sanding and maybe staining. Is that right? You're not like compressing it or putting heat or anything else. You're just using that raw hemp stock. Is that right?
Yeah, it's pretty close. So how our bamboo comes to us is it's actually kiln dried. So there is a small step in processing that. It gets dried in a kiln. Other bamboo can be sun dried, but when you kiln dry bamboo, it actually crystallizes those sugars that are in there. So it's a process kind of similar to tempering steel. It really adds a lot of extra strength and is going to reduce the risk of having any stress fractures or points where the bamboo might be able to crack or break. So as they kiln dry it, it really strengthens that and brings that risk of failure to near zero. We actually have not broken a pole yet. Last year, we probably have about 230 pairs of poles in circulation right now. Again, we are a new company, and this is going to be the first winter we're really getting out there and aggressively marketing the product. But no one's broken a pole yet. So that kiln dry process is really important to us. But we are just using the raw stock, or bamboo clum, it's called. And all we do is sand it down and place a clear coat on it, and that helps seal in the moisture, because changes in moisture, especially as it's coming from a humid place up to places like Colorado where it's very dry, you don't want that moisture to change around a lot, because that's going to allow that bamboo clum to move and expand and contract. So we do a light sanding and then a clear coat to seal in the moisture and allow no more moisture to escape or get in. And it also is great for looks. You know, the poles, they come out with a nice clear shine on them, and they look really great. But we are just using that raw stock, that raw clum. Whereas other applications of bamboo, like for fly rods is a great example, it's a technique called split cane, and they actually are using a much larger diameter piece of bamboo, cutting it down into split kind of triangular shapes, and then combining it back together. Whereas the bamboo we're using it's a particular species that's a little harder to find, a little harder to get and source, but it's perfect in its raw, natural form and creates a really perfect ideal ski pole.
Right on. Well, I love how you know what you're doing. You know, that's a true sign of an entrepreneur, where you know the ins and outs of your product, the sourcing, the quality, the types, etc. And one of my curiosities, obviously being a hemp-entrepreneur, I'm starting to think, gosh, I wonder if we could take hemp stalks and somehow treat it or, put it through the kiln and cure it in a way that, will perform like the bamboo. I wonder if that's even something that's possible or something that you've ever thought about or considered.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it, but definitely something I'd love to consider. Again, bamboo works well for us because of the stiffness it has when you push on it. But when you really push on it, if you were to crash or something, it has the ability to bend to almost a 90-degree angle, and then it's going to spring back into place, which is why it's so much of a better material than aluminum. Aluminum is just going to kink or snap. So if we could get like a hemp stalk to kind of react and work in the same way, again, maybe through some process of kiln drying or straightening it out in the right way, it sounds like it could certainly be a possibility and something I'd love to look into. I'm always looking for new products and new uses for stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if I could hook you up with one of the Colorado hemp farmers and get you some hemp stalks. Do you guys do your own kiln drying, or do you have somebody do that for you? Or if we set you some stalks, would you be able to experiment with it?
We do not do our own kiln drying for the bamboo. We order it in pretty large quantities, and our supplier does that for us there at his location. But if we did get a hold of some hemp stalks, it's something we could set up just a small kind of test kiln for some smaller quantities. And it's certainly something I'd love to experiment with.
Awesome. Well, this has been a wonderful episode. I hope you guys got some value out of this. It's always great to see new and upcoming hemp-related products or products that have hemp in them. We just have a couple minutes left. If you want to download this HempAsode, you can go to the iTunes podcast library, just type in HempAware, and you can also visit us on hempaware.com/radio for all the past HempAsodes. If you haven't already, go check out Grass Sticks. Get a hold of Andrew if you have any questions, or if you're ready to order your set of ski poles. We encourage you to do that, especially if you live in a mountain area. But I do have one last question for you, Andrew. If you were to encourage a business owner out there that was considering integrating hemp materials into their product line, what's an encouragement or some words of wisdom that you would recommend them to actually go ahead and choose hemp for their product line? What's something that you would share with them as to why they should?
For us, it's just been a really win-win situation. There's obviously other materials out there. Currently, we're using the hemp for our straps, so it's a 3/4-inch hemp webbing. But there's so many other uses out there for it, and we've chosen it just for its great looks. Has been so much better than the alternative products out there. Natural looks, which fits really well with our natural handmade products. Incredible strength, incredible durability. We really couldn't be happier with it. So I really encourage anyone else that is using any other type of a textile, whether it's for webbing, whether it's for clothing, whether it's rope or twine. Hemp's really going to be a fantastic option. I really encourage everyone to look into it. It's a phenomenal material and great for the environment, and it's going to be great for your products as well because of the looks and the durability of it. It's really fantastic. So I encourage everyone to go out and take a look at it. It's going to help you out.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on today's show, Andrew. I really appreciate your knowledge and wisdom, and I look forward to getting myself a pair of grass sticks and putting them on display. I'm not much of a skier, but I'm definitely into the outdoors, and I'll be getting myself some hiking poles and using it for that purpose and helping get the word out. So thank you so much for being on today's show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem, Tyler. Thanks for having me, and I'll look forward to getting some hiking poles out to you sooner than later.
Right on. Have a great day.
You as well. Thank you very much.